Hi, hello. Welcome to the Hypermansion Glitches Tournament. This is game 3 of the first semifinals matchup. Osse101, Pretty One, we're already off. Professor Render here. Check Human is in the booth. How are you doing?
Hello. Good, thank you. How are you doing, Professor Renderer?
Oh, good. So we're going to see the first clip. First check here.
Yeah, always good to check Highlight Island first. This is hybrid major glitches, of course. We can clip out of bounds if we like, and it may be required in logic to do that. And so Aussie is going to show us a fake flipper to the hobo. Just a hard container.
Green Pennant's check is in Thieves Sound, much like in their game 1 counterparts. At least sword's nice. Also giving the double check on the map check. It was Eastern Pendants, 5/6 on Hera, and Desert just a regular crystal. Also, an
Just
early
a mail up.
emails.
Yeah. So, depending on the player, a mail upgrade is not extremely desirable due to it making it harder to death warp. And death warping may be something that is required of us in this seed, but we don't know yet. We'll find out.
Yeah, sometimes it may be necessary for the mirror offsets and from Pyramid, for Pyramid Fairy.
All right. Oftentimes, so these opening routes are pretty interesting to view. From Aussie, we often see a lumberjack DMA or Death Mountain Ascent, and so we may often see him climb Death Mountain from this very screen. Looks like nothing's on lumberjack ledge.
Yeah, just 20 rupees there. So yeah, this is the lumberjack DMA that we were talking about.
Yeah, just a couple of hops, and we are on Death Mountain. The tile set is a little different, but that's okay. There are 300 rupees on Spectacle Rock, so that looks like something we can pick up as well. Of course, we don't need the mirror to get there. We can just boots clip and downward teleport.
Yeah, because the way the diagonal walls work is kind of wonky.
Yeah, exactly. We take advantage of diagonal walls. They work a little differently in the underworld, but there are still 4 points at which we will be clipping, perhaps. It's a little less common than overworld clipping, but in hybrid major glitches, those 4 points are important.
Yeah, and Aussie picked up the small key for Hera, so not completely mire locked yet.
And just a bottle in Hera, so just one item remains. And in the basement, it's not guaranteed to be a big key. Like you said, this may be a mire locked dungeon. And that is made possible thanks to the mire to Hera, the clip.
Yeah, Mire Hera Swamp. Those clips may be required by the logic, along with Kiki Skip and Ice Palace Lobby clips.
All right, and we have an early Kakariko village for prdwong. Pretty common check for him as well.
Yeah, that's my typical route anyway. I haven't really learned Lumberjack DMA myself, so. Burn out of it though from the well.
And Aussie is rescuing the old man. Having a save point here is pretty critical. In fact, it may even be in logic to have a save point here. And we have double heart beeps.
Oh, double heart beeps.
All right, Aussie is doing a DMD, Death Mountain Descent, with a hop down to King's Tomb. And he's able to fool the game into letting him pick up a black rock, even though he has no lift upgrade at all. Just junk.
I think it's maybe. I think it's because of. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's maybe just a bad wrong properties of the tile of a tile, but I might be wrong though.
Yeah, I don't know specifically, except that Link has landed between a bush and a rock, so it goes with the bush basically.
There's a hammer here.
Oh, that's a hammer. Okay, so prdwong is doing a maze race shortcut. He's able to do an upward teleport and pick up the hammer. Very nice. And next up on the agenda is to go to Desert Palace. Desert is a very common play after Kakariko.
Yeah, because this desert actually is Sphere 1 because you can clip down there.
Exactly.
Down there, rather.
And next up for Aussie is going to continue on with Death Mountain. So he's at Spectacle Rock. Spiral Cave. And meanwhile, we have a sword on Desert Torch, and that is a level 2 for prdwong.
Yeah, nice and early again.
All right, we have a key for prdwong. This may be a back and forth style of Desert Palace. Not our favorite. Bombos is in Paradox Cave. prdwong is skipping a chest. That's kind of funny. Sure, why not? We'll come back to it.
It's just a map.
Looks like just junk in East Death Mountain. Kind of surprising.
Yeah, the only thing of note to report on is the bombos, but we don't know if mire is a crystal, and we don't know if that's required.
Oh yeah, bombos, of course. Likely will be helpful. Or hurtful. We don't know. Alright, next up for Aussie is Kakariko Village. We know that he'll be picking up Hammer soon. Oh, I missed the big chest for prdwong. I didn't see if it was cleared.
I don't believe he got it. I may be wrong.
Alright, so next up, K45 for prdwong. We can kind of connect these areas of the map pretty easily, and it's flippers. And yeah, this is true. Aussie can check Sick Kid here. One advantage of putting off Kakariko is we can use Ottle or Powder immediately. Quite often.
Yeah, and with that hammer, if we got a powder there, Aussie would probably would still do the clip here. But if Aussie had gotten the hammer like before powder, for like if it was going from bottom to top for whatever reason, he would just do the normal way, but still clip it anyway.
All right, next up is South Shore for prdwong. Sick Kid has nothing, so there's no punishment for prdwong. And prdwong picks up red mail. So this will be a very safe race for him.
Yeah, though, if mirror offset comes into play, it will take quite a while for if you'll probably want to just death warp off of the cabbages and not the mini mold or the dead rocks if there's no flute.
Right. Cabbages deal trap damage and always take 1 heart away. Alright, and there's the hammer for Aussie, again, not going through the maze. Buzz blobs and crabs are getting in prdwong's way, and thankfully his mail pickups have kept him safe and alive here.
Yeah, getting the red mail is actually pretty nice to deal with those with the pickles and the crabs.
Aussie will get his sword. Alright, what's next for prdwong? Could it be time for Death Mountain?
More likely than not.
Alright, and we have an early check of Lumberjack Cave for prdwong as well. In the last night's race, we saw a late check of it, which surprised me a little bit, but yeah, prdwong has different sense of when to go there. Alright, so now prdwong has to hop back in bounds, just like Aussie did. He has flippers, though, which made it slightly difficult for him, but he was able to just position himself correctly and get there.
Yeah, amongst those, amongst the glitched out tiles, because they're loading in the ones from the light world and not from the dark world, or sorry, the mountain rather. It's supposed to look like that you're swimming on nothing, even though actually this is just intended behavior, because it's not really intended behavior, but I don't know where I'm going with this.
Well, we didn't mention it, but in this game, clouds are made of water, which is a good representation of real life.
Yeah, it's just condensation in real life.
Alright, so Aussie earns his flippers, and not sure what's next for him. I suppose an Aegina check, and then prdwong will probably continue into Death Mountain. Yeah. I wasn't sure how I wasn't sure how prdwong's route ended at Ice Rod Cave. I suppose it ended there. Meanwhile, Aussie will most likely check what's next for him. Emperor Sahasrara.
So this is something new for us.
Well, not quite yet.
Well, sort of, yeah.
We know nothing's in the closet.
Heading for Eastern, probably. or not? Okay.
I'm a little surprised, because I thought you would be correct here.
Yeah, I mean, it would. I mean, I thought we saw. No, I saw Bolus Eastern like some one later on down the road, but I think it was on a different race I was common, but. So yeah, this is just a checking everyone, just redoing the same checks both players have done already.
This is just slightly less scary for prdwong with having the Master Sword here. Meanwhile, Aussie also picks up the red mail.
Yeah, I mean that's not a terrible idea to pick it up. Yeah, you're gonna be may have a little bit of trouble with debt warping inside in the underworld, but it's if they get a mirror early, then it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, so Aussie is on his way to Ice Rod Cave. I suspect his route will continue afterwards, and he'll get his Zora's Domain. We'll see.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me honestly if Aussie went over to Zora.
Right, what's next for prdwong? Maybe another Zora check here. He is going to the Turtle Rock screen, and it's likely we'll see a DMD here.
Yeah, Zora DMD.
There we go. As it happens, Zora's Domain is directly underneath Death Mountain, and we can check the waterfall. And yeah, Aussie is continuing on. prdwong now has maybe he has 2 bottles.
He's got one. I believe this is his first.
I can't recall where the other one is. So, not a lot of stuff for our runners right now. We'll need to see a mirror or most likely a moon pearl soon. Perhaps an escape or Palace of Darkness or Eastern Palace.
And with Zora having bombs, I think the next move probably for Aussie or prdwong, I don't know, will be Eastern.
Okay, graveyard check for prdwong. I don't think we saw this on Aussie's side. Just 20 rupees. Meanwhile, Aussie is going to Link's uncle.
So it's prdwong.
All right. Interesting to see Convergence here. But no surprise. We can potentially find 6 items in Escape and 2 in the Secret Passage.
Now, I did see this in their game 1 when they happened to do this early, and actually it was required. It was Lamp Glove Hookshot in that order.
Mushroom is found.
Okay. Easy turn in for a pretty one. And also probably Aussie as well, but okay, he does have flippers. Okay, good.
prdwong tends to dash a little bit high in the stealth room, as we call it, in the vanilla speedrun. No need to go that high when we can dash all the way to the left. And just a map in Zelda's cell. What will Aussie be doing now? No, are we death whipping? Oh yeah, we only take half heart of damage from these guys. Mail has no effect. That's the funny thing about this enemy.
I never really noticed it.
Yeah, I forgot. But good game knowledge for Aussie and prdwong as well, using the same strategy to continue on. It is not in logic to check dark rooms, but we do it anyway to be efficient.
Yeah, dark room logic really is more of a suggestion if anything else.
Right, and the back of escape is locked. We've only found 10 arrows and dark cross.
So key will have to be at back of escape.
Yeah. All right. So Aussie has a mushroom. There it is in his inventory. So we'll be seeing a mushroom check here. And prdwong sighting against the mountain cave and is going to do something else.
I don't know if that was a accidental choice of the mountain cave. Oh, there's Moon Pearl. Nice.
There we go. Makes sense. All right, so the entire Dark World is open now. We do not need a lift upgrade to get there. We can simply go to Death Mountain and do a DMD.
Yeah, we neither needed a glove nor a hammer for Dark World access. You can just get a pearl and you're pretty much good to go.
Yeah, sorry. I was just trying to recall who entered escape first. I think it was Aussie, wasn't it? Oh, and here's a map check. We have a pendant at Swamp.
I don't know how to feel about the pendant swamp.
Yeah, well, I almost had a mistracking moment, which happened to me while racing, as I initially saw it as ice. But yeah, that was a pendant at Swamp. All right, so like I said, we're using a DMD here. So the first check is Bumper Cave, and it's just junk. All right, prdwong's going into Ganon's Tower. I missed his clip, but wow, what a find!
Look, that's a pretty convenient hook shot. I'll be quite honest.
Yeah, Ganon's Tower is a very interesting play. It typically has progression, and oftentimes we don't need a lot to find something that will be helpful here in terms of, you know, clearing out the rest of the game and Ganon's Tower itself. So this was a great play for prdwong.
Yeah, the way that the GT kind of works in glitch mode is kind of similar to if you set crystals for GT to 0, and that progression could be here. Nice mirror.
Very nice. So Village of Outcasts is rewarding here as well. All right, so we have a dungeon for Aussie. It is, that's right, it's a green pendant, Thieves Town. So I'm curious how far he'll go.
Yeah, and I mentioned this like in the last one. It's either you go and clear it, or you skip. You do the first floor and then leave. But with the mirror, you can safely death warp and then just mirror to fix your worlds.
Yeah, we have no need for death warping here.
Yeah, it does cost time to do death warp if you have a mirror because of that. Because you have to fix your worlds.
A single arrow is in Ganon's Tower Big Chest. All right, so we are approaching Ice Armas for prdwong. I'm curious how we'll go about that. A glove is in Bob's chest, very good. And yeah, so I suspect this could be a Burna fight, or it could be sword beams. All right, Burna is a good call. prdwong has a wait for the gathering kind of style here. Interesting to see. I personally would have opted to start on the right side because they gather pretty soon anyway, but this will work.
And then just simple as just slashing the remaining Armos Knight until it dies.
Yeah, he started slashing, but now he's going to poking because poking deals damage where the Armos will die in 12 hits instead of 24, I believe. All right, and Quake is behind here. So, pretty nice finds in Ganon's Tower. I believe this might be another DMD, but I actually think it could just as easily be Hookshot Cave. Maybe even more likely. We'll see.
I feel like this is I have a strong feeling this is Hookshot Cave. You get your hookshot and you got your glove. It's from GT. It only makes sense to go and check this. If not, then DMD is also perfectly fine. That's Flute, by the way. In Thieves and Big Chest. Here's Hookshot Cave. This makes sense. Also, we got a blind fight for Aussie. That's Mitz in the bunk chest.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. Peppered Sword.
It's funny too, considering that Mitz were also in Hookshot Cave on their first game.
And those, by my count, that was a spear 3 glove, whereas the first glove was sphere 4, approximately anyway.
Yeah, because it was locked behind a hammer that was French vanilla from a Kiki skip, that you had to get from a Kiki skip, and then you have to do Super Bunny Cave the way that's why it's called Super Bunny Cave to begin with, as a bunny to get the Moon Pearl, and then subsequently get the mitts from Hookshot Cave.
All right, so next up for Pretty Wong is a DMD to Catfish. Always a nice way to access Catfish because it's directly next to other things, as opposed to way out of the way, coming from Pyramid. And the route ends here. Alright, so Aussie doesn't have anything of note from Thieves Town, but we can continue on in the Dark World, and he has a green pendant. Right, next up is Back of Escape for Pretty Long. Never worth a delay, it seems. Always a good idea to check this as soon as possible. Yeah, there's the lamp. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting logic chain there.
Alright, so there'll be some strange flashing on Aussie's screen, but he'll correct it in a second. And we are in Mire. Hut, that is.
Yeah, the rain's all glitchy because the game doesn't expect you to come into Mire from there.
Alright, so we have all the items for Ice Palace. Good call for Pretty Wong. He's able to full clear this dungeon.
And I caught that Quake was required for Mire, so GT is necessary.
Good catch. Wow. So when Pretty Wong finds the Mire, he will have the option of going in. And there's another sword at Stumpy. Alright, and here is a clip for Pretty Wong coming up. This is a teleport with a bomb clip.
I keep forgetting you can use a bomb there to hit the switch. I usually do when I have a Samari. Yeah.
Okay, Hype Cave for Aussie.
Another bottle, another one with a bee in it.
Yeah, just junk in this cave. And
As
we have
usual.
a shield for Pretty Wong. Yeah, so I started to comment earlier that bombos could be required here, or it could be a waste of time. So I'm just slightly concerned that nothing will be in Ice Palace, but we'll see. It's pretty cool that it's in logic this early for Pretty Long.
For sure, yeah. Oh, okay. You're offset.
Okay, so yeah, Aussie's showing us that he has performed a screen wrap on Death Mountain, which continues Blink's global position down the map. And so he's placed a mirror portal in front of the castle, and he is going to go back to that portal. But first, Graveyard Ledge. And after this, Aussie will be showing us what's in the Pyramid Fairies cave.
Yeah, makes sense to check it. Check the pyramid Graveyard Ledge while you're still when you did your mirror offset, you could just flute away afterwards.
And yeah, that's right. And I expected a Houlihan because I forgot about flute. Houlihan is a possibility after a DMD, but we did not need to see that. And just junk here. Wow. So Mire is not helping out Aussie at this moment. So wonder what's next. Looks like a clip into the moat in front of the pyramid, which is a bit of a swim, but it will take Aussie to the hammer pegs.
Yeah, it isn't. It is also in logic.
Yeah, so this is a good way to route it in.
Unfortunately for Aussie, since he doesn't have the hook shot, won't be able to do the rail clip here. So this ends here.
And we have the book for prdwong.
Okay, so this is the GT play.
Yeah, very, very nice. So Aussie is buffering to the left. He aligned with the top wall, and he just holds down right and jumps. That's pretty much all there is to it.
Yeah, I've had it happen before where you do get yeeted due to a bad sub pixel. But it's been a while since I've had that happen to me. Obviously, we'll get the hook shot here. We'll also get the glove and also the quake here.
Yeah. This GT is stacked. All right, we have a cold stare fight for prdwong. Always slightly awkward opening with bombos, but prdwong gets the initial spin, which is pretty damaging to cold stare, and takes cold stare down. Is there an item here? Just 5 rupees. Yeah, so that is a bit unfortunate that this play has not led to any progression. Although, maybe it has. It did have a book.
Yeah, tablets are open. Pet is open. Ways to reading. That's the first crystal as well of the game.
All right. So what's next for prdwong?
I honestly don't know. Hera, okay. Yeah, so you do have a hook shot here. Don't have to worry. You can just Hera pot here.
Yeah, very nice. Super speed Hera pot for prdwong. I tend to see a lot of players dash through the water into the portal, which is a little unnecessary. But prdwong's not alone in that.
I don't believe we've seen the big key yet from Hera.
Yeah, Purdy went straight to Moldorm, and that's it. That's a clear of the dungeon. And we have a small key to spare, which means that we could get into Swamp Palace if we wanted to. Purdy doesn't know it, but it is kind of... It may be in logic to get there. I believe it is. So, what I'm suggesting is that prdwong could enter Misery Mire. And then the game would expect us to enter to enter Hera from there, and then go from Hera to Swamp. Okay, next up is Spike Cave for Purdy. Meanwhile, we have a pretty lengthy Ice Armos fight on Ossie's side. Wow! He got a quick kill.
Yeah, he got the nice quick kill using the spin there to get him down.
Yeah, a tempered spin is a great way to go for a quick kill, since it's. I believe a gold sword takes 8 hits. I could be wrong about that, but that kind of damage will likely kill at that point. Not sure how he planned that. 6, Ushter says. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so prdwong will go ahead and get Hype Cave. That will be... I'll get him a bottle. And nothing else.
Okay, next up is Ice Palace for Ossie. So prdwong is not alone going to Ice Palace. Ossie is following right behind. Ossie again goes... not again, but that particular mirror wrap was fairly high up in the window where Link is allowed to go to the right. But not too high, and certainly not hard block high. So that was just right.
Yeah, I was hoping this time Ossie would get it, especially under my watch as well, which he did, which is good. prdwong will get the gold sword here.
Oh yeah. Nice hook shot kill rim for Ossie. Okay, prdwong. Not very excited about Maya right now. Looks at the medallion and says no, thank you. So he's continuing on, transitioning up to Village of Outcasts. So it will be interesting to see whether he does Thieves Town. In this situation, I imagine it is even more tempting than it was for Ossie, and so we'll probably clear these, but I don't know. In fact, Purdy has more stuff, so he might not go for it.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
prdwong is setting up upward teleports. Oh no, doesn't get out before the time up dialogue box. But no matter. Now Ossie is in the hookshot pit room of Ice Palace. I don't think we saw this route from prdwong, and that may be because Purdy stole either... Yeah, I believe he stole a key. I might be wrong. I think he did.
prdwong did steal the key from off of the Bari.
Okay, yeah.
prdwong will get the mirror here.
Oh, prdwong didn't rescue the Smith. Yeah, that's an option. Mitts really don't point to that much in this mode, but that is one of them.
And prdwong is going to go ahead and rescue the Smith.
There we go. All right, and so this is much more efficient for Purdy, since he doesn't have to swim through the moat, and he can take care of these locations.
Yeah, because Purdy One was the first one to get the mitts out of Hookshot Cave, and here we might this may be the mitts could be necessary if this machine yields anything. Strong so far. Powder for Purdy One makes sense.
And this is a check that Aussie was not able to make, since Powder was in GT. Just a piece of heart. Yeah, so again, slightly awkward start to the Cold Stare fight. Again, I blame Bombos. Cleans it up okay.
Interestingly, not taking the purple chest along with maybe saving it for.
There are options here. Purdy Wong may either just ignore it or wait till after Skull Woods or something. I'm not really sure. Okay. Aussie's in the area to check Bombo's tablet. That is the Ice Rod. That's an important item.
Yep, that is necessary. Charlex is a green pendant, a crystal, 5/6 crystal no less. It doesn't really matter in glitch modes because we can just clip over there.
Yeah, so again, our runners and Purdy Wong was the first to go into Ice Palace. Interesting that that item chain has led to Ice Rod. Ooh. Aussie is blocked by a dead rock. Okay. Purdy Wong takes advantage of the hook shot to get across the double Gibo room and gets blocked by them, which I haven't seen. I'm still learning this strat from runners who I watch, and Purdy Wong often makes good use of it. I just got blocked on the on the lower end there. One thing we see from Purdy Wong is good use of hookshot in most screens. Hookshot is one of the best navigation items and is typically a better option for room navigation than even boots, but it depends on the layout. And
Okay.
Purdy even demonstrates that we can hook to the lock of blind cell. All right, so time for Hookshot Cave for Aussie. Aussie is earning the mitts here. That doesn't really lead him to Ice Palace, of course, because he's already been there. And Aussie already had an in-logic way to get there before, which was the Flippers wrap. And we did not see the Flippers wrap. Instead, we saw the mirror wrap. A much older and more common and faster way to get there. But like I said before, it's pretty dangerous. All right, so prdwong, nice fight, earns his green pendant.
So, at this point, you activate the flute here.
Okay, yeah. So next up is Mimic Cave for Aussie. This is a good way to take advantage of the mirror. I imagine that we will not see Turtle Rock. I could be wrong.
I wouldn't put it against if it doesn't do it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. There may be an item to find in Turtle Rock. There might not be. It just kind of depends on key layout. Because we have no Samaria. Okay, next up is Pod. This is something I haven't thought about in a while. Since I first mentioned it half an hour ago. So, we're in Spectacle Rock, and Aussie is just going to clip down, and this part of the map will connect to darkness. Oh, and we did get a purple chest turn in, but it's just a red rupee. And next up, prdwong will earn his Ice Rod from Bombos.
Yeah. So we activate. So we open the door with our keys. That we have 255 keys because we're in cave state. It only shows 255 because it's 255 keys, so that way it doesn't show a key indicator. And if we open that door, we don't have to worry about having it being bow locked.
Yeah, and it makes for a fairly efficient route through Skullwood, through Pod. I don't know why I said Skullwoods. All right, so what's next for prdwong? Is it perhaps time for Desert?
Desert makes sense.
prdwong carefully nudges Link over the cliffside. Wow, King of Samaria is in Pod.
On the big key chest.
Mm-hmm.
So about that Turtle Rock play.
Right. It seemed to be a good call not to go in. Of course, we don't have Fire Rod still, so we still can't full clear it. That, as far as we know.
Right. So we can't finish up Trinex, nor can we get the roller room.
And Aussie is employing a camera unlock to get through Pod.
Yep.
It is not an in-logic glitch, but it's helpful for full clearing. And there's the other item on this side. So, onward to the back. And what does Lanmo have? That was a nice Ice Rod fight, by the way. And then prdwong earns half magic from it.
Hey, at least saves prdwong some time during the refill.
It really does. All right. I bet prdwong is thinking the same thing. But he does have mirror, so it'll be interesting. And he gets dead rock blocked. This has been a pretty frustrating day for Dead Rocks in this race. Okay. So we saw a super speed clip to the point at which we screen wrap and we enter Spectacle Rock. And prdwong, how's he gonna do this? First of all, these Moldorms are pretty annoying. Where was Lamp? Back of escape.
Yeah, back of escape that required a glove. Which you got from GT. So prdwong will get the cane and the fire rod here. That turtle rock play is looking really, really nice now.
Oh, I missed Fire Rod. Which chest was that?
That was the top left chest, I believe. Top left chest, I believe.
Okay. Oh wow, just a shovel from the green pendant. Wow. So what's next for Aussie? We are again skipping Eastern Palace. And we are not fluting, we're saving and quitting. Wow. Wow, I can't believe I looked away for that fire rod. Okay. Yeah. So Aussie is going to correct his camera and or check Hera. Okay, we're going into Hera. Alright, so this seems like a good route for Aussie. I think it's likely that he'll get to Turtle Rock from here. But it's not obvious yet.
Yeah, with that cane and fire rod that Aussie has, that turtle rock play is looking really, really nice.
For sure. Alright, so prdwong. Okay. Another camera unlocked. It was kind of funny to see the difference between what our runners did. prdwong blasted a block, and Aussie used, I believe, blue cane. Both of them had to just waste a little bit of magic to use their bottles. Okay, yeah, so Hera is cleared for Aussie now, and he will be going to the Dark World and going east. So here comes the Turtle Rock climb, and I'm interested in how he likes to route this.
Also, a nice stair extension from prdwong.
Yeah. Okay, so Aussie performs mirror wrap at this. This goes to Laser Bridge.
Personally, one of my favorite tricks.
Yeah, absolutely. Always cool to see done well. All right, so what are our runners looking for go mode? I know they need a bow. And
It's just go mode.
yeah. So depending on whether our runners use new and difficult tech, a bow could be skipped in this seed, but I find it unlikely that we are skipping chests and doing that. So it will be interesting to see where bow ends up being.
If it's on if it's on the shuffle, which is on the green pendant, that could be disgusting for one thing, and that'd be an interesting turn of events.
And the minor optimization. As soon as Aussie exits the pipe, he poofs from a bunny into Link, and he taps A to skip the poof animation.
I never actually knew about that.
Yeah, it's fairly recent. We call them true blue frames. All right, and prdwong setting up a mirror wrap as well. prdwong uses an older lineup where it kind of requires a manual lineup rather than sort of automatic setup.
So there's also Skull Woods as a potential spot for the bow.
Oh yeah. So it will be interesting to see if we go to Skull Woods directly after Turtle Rock, because we could do a map wrap to continue the route.
It's very risky though. Very, very risky.
Certainly.
It has the potential to hard lock. I've hard locked on there before. In practice, but never in a seed.
Yeah.
I actually came up with a route that actually makes it so that I can get ready for the map wrap while still saving all my stuff I had. It's been a while since I need to like look back at it though. I don't remember how it went, but I do remember it. I do remember doing that at one point.
Yeah. One of the most heartbreaking moments of A Link to the Past, when I have seen someone hard locked there, was Apathy Duck going for a world record for 100% RMG and happened to hard lock there.
Oh, we're seeing it. We're seeing it.
All right. Yeah, this is it. It's a lineup against these rocks. Then Aussie's going to boots clip and dash downward. Then transition. And he's very careful not to nudge to the right. Any movement to the right will block. And now we're safe.
Very nicely done from Aussie. If you were to hard lock, I don't even know where his when his last save was.
Just before Hera, I believe.
So he would only like lose like 2 dungeons, which is pretty bad.
It would be bad. Oh, Aussie gets bunny beamed.
No, Becky, just get hit on a spike or something. It'll be fine.
And a moth fight for Aussie, very well done. We see only one spike disappear.
Very clean fight.
All right, so that's one item out of Skull. I don't think we've seen any others.
We have not.
All right, Aussie's done with Skullhead. Interesting. I like it. So Aussie's gonna go to Mire. And this is pretty interesting. We can clear Mire fully, and then unlock Swamp potentially, but Swamp is a pendant, so what are the chances that we're going to see this dungeon?
I don't know. If the bow's here, that's really nice for Aussie. If not, then Swamp is a not too bad of a suggestion. Since you're in Mire now. Yeah, sure, it's a pendant, but
Yeah, we also have a small key from Hera, so that might be a faster way to the dungeon. I'm actually not really sure what's faster or not.
my hunch is on Hera. So if you can get the Hera pod on the first try, I'm seeing pretty well doing the map rep as well.
Right.
One thing that Chuck forgot to mention too is that when you wrap your entire map, the game is very, very much unstable, and like you mentioned too, any nudge to the right or any movement to the right causes a hard lock.
But we're safe again.
You love to see the map rep on the semifinals, both players doing it.
Absolutely. And as Aussie makes his way through Misery Mire, I don't think we've seen any items yet. Certainly no bow. Just bombs and big key chest. prdwong spends a bit more time in the boss room. Will be interesting to see where he goes from here. I suspect it's clear of Skullwoods, but again, that's not what Aussie did.
Nice.
Nice. Rail clip for Aussie.
All right, we're killing Midi.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, prdwong is clearing Skullwoods back to front. We have a vanilla big key. And well, I expect that Aussie knows spooky action glitch. I don't know if he'll perform it in the dark. So, Aussie's struggling a bit with this lack of a lamp. He could have, found the lamp, but he hasn't checked back of escape. Yes, he gets it. He gets spooky too. So he gets to skip the switch room. Very cool.
Nice.
He gets bunny beamed as well, but gets the spooky 3-shot off. Very cool to see. Oh no! The anti-fairy!
The push, yeah, the push on the anti-fairy sent him down the stairs. Just tumbling down the stairs, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I missed the remaining section of Skull Woods. But regardless, prdwong's following in Ossie's footsteps and is now going to mire. Ossie has to be a little careful. He won't die with a hit, but his health is yelling
Nice
at him.
cape.
Mm-hmm. The magic cape is on Vitreous.
I love the I unironically like the double beeps.
I have a different opinion, but no shame in choosing that option.
I mean, I prefer to do quarter beeps myself, but something about the double beeps is just amusing to me.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing Checkerboard Cave, but here it is for Ossie. Nothing here. So what's next? We are returning to the light world. Okay, yeah, that's right. Ossie needs to do Desert Palace. Okay. It's hard to tell who has an advantage here. prdwong used up some time checking Skull Woods, and he's also checked Back of Escape. That did not really slow him down because it gave him the lamp. Our runners may be synced up pretty soon. We'll probably get a new check from Ossie before prdwong, but I'm not sure. We might see Back of Escape from Ossie next, really. But I don't know.
There's the half magic for Ossie. It's the refill. Doesn't have to worry about refill.
Yeah, again. I think we get a heart refill here. I'm not certain. No. No damage. I thought there was like a quarter heart or something. I was wrong.
Nope. So Ossie safe and quits.
Sanctuary.
This is with the lamp.
And yeah, I think we've seen Mit's blocked checks prdwong, and we haven't seen that on Ossie's side. I'm very curious about how this is gonna go. prdwong taking a long way around to get the map chest. I believe that's a map chest. Next to the big chest. Because he doesn't want to waste his keys. Oops, we can't go back this way. Alright, so Ossie is doing a GT clip. Oh yeah, this makes sense. Right side GT is a good play. We may see we may see the bow in right side GT. And if not, maybe an upper GT. Not quite sure what Ossie's plan is.
Upper GT?
An upper GT, maybe. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I'm curious about the upper GT because of the mimics, because mimic clip.
Yeah, Aussie is certainly a pro at mimic clipping. And fun fact, Aussie has one of the first and only any percent RMG routes using mimic clip on the leaderboard.
That's pretty cool. Okay, let's see the mimic clip.
Interesting. Okay. We are skipping tile room. Okay, I like this strat. We are gathering the mimics at the bottom right. We can potentially clip this pair of mimics out in one single buffer. One of them was offset just a bit, so the other is completed in the next buffer. All right, how are we dealing with these guys? More pause buffers, so we'll need, I think it's 9 buffers. I'm not sure exactly.
I don't know personally because I can't mimic clip.
Yeah, it's certainly not easy. It can be a bit frustrating because it requires 1 frame movements, and a second frame of movement will start to push the mimics back out of collision. So it's a little demanding. All right, there they go. And Aussie reverses their direction. Very good. And back they come.
All right. So we're now heading over to Gauntlet now. prdwong, I want to say he's going ahead and go into swamp here.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see any other option here. Basement is done. That only has a map or compass. Struggling a little with the super speed setup, but pause buffers take care of that. Now 2 for Aussie. This is just 1 fire rod shot, but that's fine. Half magic. Magic is no problem. Nice 1 cycle. All right, so you're seeing a bomb clip from prdwong. And it looks like, yeah, his setup was close, but the horizontal pixel got a little messed up. prdwong will be using this para key to unlock swamp, and he'll be unlocking the door here in this room. He'll be flooding the key, but that's fine, of course. With diver down, we can access it.
Yeah. Because yes, you can diver down here. Not many people do it in RNG because that's the point. You already get the key anyway.
All right, so what's an upstairs GT? A blue boomerang and a bug catching net. Very good.
Nice.
But can we have progression, please? Oh, incidentally, prdwong is checking swamp chests while in Hera state. So there's a possibility we'll get a big key here, in which case we would need to use that big key or a mire big key to open the big chest of swamp, but that is not... Okay. Alright, that's fine. So prdwong is going to use this big key now. And clear swamp. So, keep in mind we are in Hera state. So if we went to the boss room, we would not earn a prize because we've already earned the prize of this dungeon, which is Tower of Hera. All right, on to Aghanim 2 for Aussie.
There's the bow.
Very nice. Yeah, good call from prdwong. This is a big advantage for prdwong now. prdwong's in go mode, and this is a good position. He can just mirror and exit Hera, and now go to pod.
Right, because prdwong had already finished Mire.
Yeah, this is... It appears to be prdwong's race to lose. I might... I haven't really timed everything out in my head, but Aussie needs to go to Swamp in order to stay competitive here.
Yeah, the only thing that's now the only thing that's different for prdwong is that prdwong still have to climb GT and open up the portal, or open up the and drop down.
Yeah, exactly. This is definitely something to consider. So Aussie is fluting to 3. I imagine this could be overworld checks.
Yeah. Now this is this is like the first bow that we've seen. We don't know about the other bow.
Yeah, that's true.
But this looks like to be a Smith pickup. So Smith chain.
I don't really know what Aussie would do that would not be Swamp for his bow.
We saw one item out of
Eastern.
we saw one item out of Skull.
I think prdwong cleared Skullwoods.
Okay, yeah. From Aussie, he didn't go to. He stopped after Skull after getting Mafia down. So probably Eastern.
Yeah.
It's not in GT because we saw everything on GT.
I don't think we saw Tile Room, but I don't know if it has a key or not.
I didn't see.
Okay. So Aussie has added enough of the overworld, going back to the mountain, and what's next? Hera. Yeah, it's the swamp play. So Aussie will most likely be finding his bow in the next few minutes. I'm also a little curious whether Aussie will be exiting Swamp Palace and resetting the dungeon. We know that that would be a mistake. There's nothing to be gained from resetting the dungeon. Alright, next is just the GT climb for prdwong.
I feel like, though, by the time Aussie gets the bow, prdwong is pretty much well through the gauntlet. The tower climb.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Aussie will get the bow here.
Yeah, we saw Aussie go left, which saves time in this seed. Very nice to see. And that is not something I considered. So
it might actually be closer. Maybe closer than we thought it was.
yeah, a little bit.
Although Aussie did end up messing up on the Kiki Gate, so might it's gonna lose some time to that.
Yeah, we definitely have a race, but I don't know what to say. I still feel that prdwong has an advantage, but just considering the dungeons, if they have the same amount of dungeon left, we also need to travel back to the pyramid, and prdwong has the advantage there.
Yeah, because prdwong will be at the pyramid by the time he gets out of GT. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, this is a race. And even if even when after finishing a pod, he still has to mirror flute back over to 4 and then run all the way over to the pyramid.
And incidentally, it takes 2 mirrors, since we are in fake Dark World right now.
Right. So yeah, prdwong pretty much has the advantage here, even though it is a race. The winner of this match will go to the finals and will play. I haven't got the schedule up, but I know the matchup. I forget what it was.
It will be the winner of Crystal versus Bleeby.
So, yeah, this is what. So if prdwong is able to finish off Ganon, that's going to be what happens. And yeah, that matchup is actually, I think, sometime next week, sometime like in this coming week.
Wow, cutscenes for both racers. Looks like prdwong will be first into the Ganon arena.
I look at the schedule. It is going to be tomorrow at as a doubleheader, 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. It goes to game 3, and then be on Sunday at 3.
Alright, prdwong into phase 2 of the Ganon fight. With Gold Sword, it's not a problem. We'll move straight into phase 3. Meanwhile, Aussie has mirrored and looting to 5. Will be on his way to the pyramid soon. And we're about to find out where the other bow was. In Swamp Palace. Well, Anyone who
Interesting.
said we'll find both bows in Swamp Palace was correct, apparently.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Shoutouts to Spleevy. Alright, so prdwong got torch glitch with the lamp and just needs to stay on the arena and spin Ganon a few more times. 12 in total.
Yeah, got hit by a fire bat and was actually holding a direction at that point. So, whatever direction prdwong was facing or was holding, he goes in the opposite direction of. And that could be a problem if you're on the edge and you get hit by a fire bat. But
That's it. Ganon's down. GG's to prdwong.
GG's to prdwong. That'll be so. prdwong will be advancing to the finals. And he ended up finishing with the official race time of 1:31:42.
And meanwhile, Osse is finishing up Ganon here. That's the same equipment. So also is finishing phase 4.
That's it.
All right, GG to Osse.
Yep, GG to Osse. Official race time is 1:32:59, just before 1:33. And like I mentioned, prdwong will be moving on to the finals, where he'll be facing the winner of Spleeby and Krithel.
And we'll see if they join us for an interview. GG's Osse. Very close race.
Yeah, got a man apart.
You scaled GT without the bow. prdwong found bow first and scaled with the bow. How do you feel about that go mode?
So it ended up going on really long, so it could have gone either way, just by the feel of it. But I also felt like I was putting off Swamp for too long. There's no reason to. Like, it looked like Swamp would have an item in this seed, and I just kept skipping it. And then, where it wasn't a crystal, you could just go straight to the items in Swamp, like I did at the end. So I should have just done that a lot sooner. I was planning on doing it after Mire, but then changed my mind to GT, and that was probably a mistake. Because right side GT and climbing GT is the time sink.
Right. And it looked like both bows were in Swamp, so it was especially punishing to delay it in the seed, apparently.
Yeah. But I did aggressively skip a bunch of other things. I wasn't punished for that.
Right. Skullwoods. That's the only thing I can think of, though. Although you put off backup escape for a while. Yeah.
Big torch side, Turtle Rock, middle chest in.
I think Harrow's clear.
I think so too, but I just didn't check the chest.
But yeah, good point about Turtle Rock. I had thought that you had cleared it, so that's kind of a cool route. And we're joined by prdwong. Congrats on your first place finish.
GG's Aussie. Sorry, I'm having some stomach problems.
You feel better soon? How do you feel about this race?
Well, my stomach definitely didn't help, and I was really worried that Aussie would have made the dip into swamp earlier. Like, I was thinking about doing it before trying to chain pod in Eastern without the bow. And I figured, yeah, if I just made that decision instead, which I thought it was very likely that Aussie would do, then, I mean, the seed was just kind of free. I think when I got up to the top of GT, I was like, I guess probably he didn't do that, otherwise he would have finished a long time ago.
Yeah, it looked like both bows ended up being in Swamp Palace, so
yeah,
that was the real answer.
I mean, you found the bow there, and then you just took it to pod, then you got everything, and you get to go mode like 4 dungeons.
And it wasn't relevant to this race, but this could have been a basement clip seed. Depending on whether anyone learns it, which is, we've not seen that yet in this tournament. All right, well, hope you feel better soon, prdwong. And how are you feeling about going up against Crithel or Spleeby?
Gonna be another tough matchup, that's for sure. This is definitely further than I expected to get in this tourney, so whatever happens, I just want to have fun at this point.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. And Aussie, are you thinking of doing any more glitch to modes in the future? Glitch Link to the Past?
Yeah, I think I'll play around with it for a little bit. Look at the other variations. But generally cut back because it interferes with NMG modes.
Right. True. And any upcoming tournaments for you? And current tournaments that you want to plug?
Current tournaments we have, I'm in SMZ3 co-op tournaments, also the Ori Randomizer tournament.
Very cool. And did you have any other questions, Professor Renter?
Not really much I can really say. You mean you let ask all the questions I was going to ask?
Yeah.
And runners, any other comments on the tourney?
Another comment about the seed. I found that like fire sources really stalled me out on what I wanted to do right in the middle of the seed. Like I wanted to do swamp, but not commit my hierarchy. So if I had a fire source, I would have checked that. Like before pod, really early. I couldn't do mire for the same reason. No fire source.
Yeah.
So it really interfered with everything. And then I ended up going to pod, and that opened up too much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. And it was great to see your dark room spooky action glitch. I don't think I've ever seen that in a race, so that was great to see. Yeah, it looked like you were a little slowed down by not having lamp, just in terms of dark rooms, but not too much. Like you said, it was more about the fire blocks.
Yeah, really just need to do backup escape, but forgot about it again.
Mhm. Right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you both so much for racing this. It was another great race, and looking forward to the finals. So
Yeah,
thanks,
thanks for
everyone.
commentating,
Mhm.
and thanks to the organizers again, once again.
It's been a great tournament with many great races.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout outs to Mamo for organizing it.
Oh,
All right. That'll do it for us.
Yeah. Hope you have a good evening, and then of course just tune in tomorrow for the second part of the semifinals. It's a doubleheader. Starts at 12. Starts at noon Eastern Daylight Time. And yeah, take it easy. Have a good night.